Hello everyone, Drew Wilson of Your Era Gamer here. Today we'll be traveling to the year of 2017. This is when the Nintendo Switch game, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, was released. This is yet another installment to this massively long franchise, and one of the most recent as of this recording. So, I've got 10 minutes on the clock. Let's check this one out. Now, it has been a little while since I've gotten a chance to play a Zelda game, and generally speaking, so far, it's been pretty good. Examine. Um, like, there are exceptions. I really like Minish Cap. The N64 titles Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Those are all really good games. But interestingly enough, I never was a big fan of Wind Waker. I know some people thought Wind Waker was also really good. I wasn't really a big fan of that game. She can tell mysterious tablet with a glowing center. You've never seen this device before, and yet there's something somehow familiar about it. Kind of reminds me of Zelda telling you Link is somehow a familiar name to you on the N64 game. Or at least whatever name you chose. And open this area. I got some chests. Well-worn trousers. Open inventory. Alright, well-worn trousers. Guess a equip. There we go. Makes sense to me. It's in this one. An old shirt. Alright, so we got some stuff at least. Guess we'll equip that. Cool. And pick up R to throw, I guess. Cool. Apparently you can push this. Not very well though. If I push this off a edge, will it break? No. Alright. Well, go for that. Equipping things isn't necessarily anything new with Zelda games. I mean, even the N64 game, Ocarina of Time, you had different tunics that you could use. Like, for instance, the red tunic allows you to withstand like really hot areas in terms of heat, and blue tunic allowed you to kind of breathe underwater. Yeah, so this is basically a key card from the looks of things, at least. Interestingly enough. Now, going into this game, my understanding is that this supposedly takes place after the massive, divide of the storyline. So, there was some weird lore associated with this where the game franchise sort of started off with your battle with Ganondorf, and then it splits off into whether or not you succeeded or failed or in your quest or whatever. X to climb. Okay. So, and then I guess this takes place after the timelines kind of reconverge, which would at least explain the fact that Link is kind of older compared to some of these other titles. And yeah, Hyrule Field, I'm presuming. And Hyrule was always really big, like massive. Like even in the very first NES game and Nintendo Entertainment System game, like Hyrule, even by today's standards, it was pretty darn big, but especially back in those days, it was massive. You could spend hours just exploring the different areas. And there's something shiny. I'll take it. Tree branch. Common, but balance. It does take damage against. Yeah. So it's a weapon of last resort. Okay. Cool. At least we have something to defend ourselves. Kind of reminds me of the Kokori sticks from Ocarina of Time. Jeez. Restore half a heart. Awesome. Guess I can take that. Okay. Cool. Yeah, the you've been unconscious for a long period of time, and you step out, and you immediately know which, like, a very specific mushroom is able to heal you. That's actually kind of funny. Shrooms. Anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that this game was like one of the original franchises that was able to carry like an open world concept, like pulling off an open world concept. And can I climb that? Okay, can I take... Ah. Cool. Oh, there we go. Take. Ah, whatever. I'll leave that one apple. Huh. And talk. Who are you? Yeah, you will, like, encountering NPCs is nothing new in this franchise. Again, something that's happened as far as back as the first game. Generally, they tend to be helpful. And it's kind of funny, like, because they have, like, this character has, like, a long beard as well, because the first game, yeah, you got helped by someone with a long beard. Sacred ceremonies. Reminds me of the Temple of Time, actually, that castle. Don't know. Alright. Well, let's get going. I'm assuming that's that character. Character stuff. Leave well enough alone. Alright. Let's take you out. Alright. Tree branch. Cool. And I get a horn. It is an elbow you can toss in a stew and create some, make electricity. So an ingredient.
Head for the point marked on the map near Sheikah Slate.
Alright. Minus. Okay. So we got a map. Interestingly enough, previous games had it where it was like, well, it was kind of implied you had the map, but it wasn't really necessarily there, like, as a actual item that you had. I'll take the low-hanging fruit. I already have 4. Jelly. Kind of reminds me of Dragon Quest, actually. Those jelly characters. Also appeared in Zelda games, so nothing new for this franchise either, but it does remind me a bit of the of another franchise there, at least. What do we got going on here? Anything really of note? I don't think so. Okay, let's go on. Okay. We need a weapon. That'll do as a weapon. Fight with sticks. Ooh, a club. I'm gonna go full. I'm gonna go full club to death. For some reason, I forgot the artist's name on that song, but it was from the Matrix soundtrack anyway. Yeah, so I guess that is it. Interestingly enough, for the first 10 minutes. Definitely interesting so far. Like it really pushes like the open world like right away to you. I know like a lot of other games like it's somewhat linear where you kind of have an introductory area where you learn the ropes of your character, like they teach you like swinging, that sort of thing, but like swinging a sword, that sort of thing. Like in the N64 game, you at least, I think before you entered into the open world, you at least get a sword, but in this case you start off with sticks, interestingly enough. So I guess there's a bit more progression to do here. Yeah, it's interesting so far. Gonna be curious to see how the rest of this game plays out for sure. So enough about me kind of going on and on. I wanted to hear from you. For those of you who have played this game before, what'd you think of this game? Was this a really cool, like, immersive, open world game that you really could sink a lot of hours into? Or was it a little bit much? Maybe you weren't into this kind of style of game? Yeah, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on that. And for those of you who have not necessarily played this game, but have played other Zelda games in the past, what'd you think of this? What'd you think of what you saw here? Does this look like a game that would be of interest to you, or maybe not so much? Like maybe you've already had your fill of Zelda games. Yeah. Any thoughts at all from you on that front there? And for those of you who have never really played a Zelda game before, what'd you think of what you saw here? Does this look like kind of a cool game to play? Kind of interesting, full of exploration, or maybe there's just too much and it's just a little too slow for you? Or, any other thoughts at all? Like, yeah, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on either what you saw or your experience of this game at all. So anyway, I guess that is all for now, and until next time, what is your era?